All right, testing, 1, 2. Can't. Oh. All right, testing, 1. Nope, my mic's working. All right, fan-freaking-tastic. Can't. Oh. Perfect. Let me make sure everything looks good. About as good as it can get. All right. All right, it's been a week since I played some Persona 4 Arena, and from what I recall, we only have Elizabeth's funky ass to deal with in this story, because I'm not doing anyone else unless I really have to. We did Brosuke because he might have gotten laid. There was no laying. He did not get any bitches. I guess people ship him with Labris, but that's about it. Free my boy Yosuke. Justice for Yosuke. But whatever, without further ado, let's go into Elizabeth's story. This is going to be interesting because I don't think her story is going to be attached to anybody else's, at least in the sense of like for the other characters, we start off in Inaba, of course, and all that. And I guess the only different one was Aigis, because we started off with that hijacking that she stopped. But for Elizabeth, I have no idea where this is going to start or what she's even doing. For all I know, she's just going to be like, oh, there's a fighting tournament going on there. Let me take my crackhead ass and try to beat someone. Whatever, we'll see. Elizabeth's crazy. Within the endless darkness are scattered countless bright lights like a nebula. But those lights are not stars. Each one is the light of fire or life. The gleam of a man's soul. This is the world inside people's hearts. A place where every human consciousness is connected and can be traced to their origin. Every memory since the dawn of man, and even those on the ladder of its evolution, slumbers here. Some think of this place as a sea, and they may be correct. Depending on how deep you go, you may see this world's endless landscapes and innumerable faces. Where I stand now is one of its furthest depths. A domain that has existed far before life became sentient or even took form. Here, there is only the darkness of death and the radiance of life. I come here at times for a very important objective. Suddenly, a patch of darkness surges and undulates. The pitch-black substance swells with a tar-like consistency and quickly takes the shape of a giant arm.
My, it's rather stout compared to before.
It's what, Cerberus? Is she trying, is she looking at the Persona 3 Dorkun? Is that what she's doing? She's visiting her husbando? Fascinating. Just as good and evil are products of man's heart, there is a negative force here in the sea of souls that tempts man to corruption and destruction. Though one person's malice may amount to little, there are billions of people in the world. It's actually common for monsters capable of destroying mankind to develop without anyone realizing it. This is one of them. Though it was only an arm at first, it quickly develops into an enormous human-shaped torso. Even in this space where up and down are fluid, its resentment-filled roar causes the air to shake. Yeah, last boss fight of, Answer. The monster raises an enormous arm towards the heavens. Its destructive power could tear down mountains. But it suddenly stops. Something is blocking its movement. I am, to be precise. You might think I'm nowhere on the scene. In truth, even the monster may be thinking that. But I'd like to direct your attention to the fingertips at the end of this giant arm. Closer. Even closer than that. Keep going closer all the way to the index finger. Look at that shit, that's kinky. Sorry.
There. Do you see me now?
You're fucking crazy. You're like the Deadpool of this universe, except Deadpool is like, he does his bit and he's funny, but I think you're just crazy.
Have I forgotten to introduce myself? My name is Elizabeth.
Deadpool is like crazy as well, but you're crazy in a different way. I don't know how to explain it. I fix my gaze upon the two lights that seem to be the monster's eyes, but it twists away, trying to resist.
Do you wish to behold death that much?
I grab the monster's index finger, and in one motion I flip its immense body and throw it into the air. The The monster cries out in agony, and the area quakes again.
Oh dear. It seems it won't be easy for one of this size. I cannot damage the world of everyone's hearts, and I hesitate to make a scene in the real world either.
What are you trying to do here? I guess she might just be visiting her booty call. Although, to be fair, he was probably much more than that to Elizabeth. Because she did have a bunch of first-time experiences in the real world with him. Like, you know, like the hangout sessions and all that. So to be fair, she probably does care about him in her own crazy way.
Time for a change of scenery.
I open the elegant grimoire in my hand. What are we doing, fusion? A large blue magic circle forms behind the thorn monster, swallowing the gargantuan figure. I follow it in. Oh, wait, teleportation? Continual turbulent streams of light and darkness flow past the monster and myself. Eventually, I speak up.
We will soon reach our destination.
I'm gonna drop you in the middle of Inaba. Another magic circle appears in an altogether different kind of black void than the one we came from. The monster is spat out there, and when it collides with the surface, a tremendous cloud of dust rises. I emerge from the magic circle second and rise into the air. On the horizon beyond the monster, I can see a deep blue sphere. Oh my god, you took him to the moon for an ass whooping? God damn. That's based. Didn't know you were hood like that, Elizabeth. Yes, this is the moon.
Now, I had promised to show you death.
What happens if, like, scientists are looking at the moon with a telescope and they see you fighting this ginormous monster that you brought here?
Your fate is in the cards.
That's what you said at the beginning of our boss fight. I still beat your ass, Elizabeth. A figure appears behind me, bearing several coffins.
The god of death, Thanatos. What do you think?
The light of the stars shines off its drawn sword and gleams bewitchingly. It's my boy, Ryuji.
Well then, farewell.
It flings the sword down at the monster's head. Against its fearsome size, the sword is barely larger than a needle. But the sword's merciless sharpness pierces far beyond the blade's length. The monster's body slices apart like wet paper. Doesn't that monster just come back, regardless of how many times you beat it? Although I guess it takes a while. With a final death cry, the monster slowly dissolves and evaporates as black mist. A deafening silence returns to the area. To break the quiet, a tune plays on my lips.
Velvet, oh velvet.
My master has a long nose. I remember this from Persona Q. I create another magic circle in the air and step through it. I shouldn't remain long in this world without any real objective. Also, how are you breathing right now, Elizabeth? This is not the world I belong in after all.
My master has a large nose.
There's the rest of it. Hell yeah, baby. Persona Q. I was once a resident of the Velvet Room and served its master. The dark blue clothing I still wear is from that time. All the residents have their roles, but they also on a journey. We help our guests grow as people, and through the help we offer, we come to understand the ultimate question. It's the fundamental question of who are we?
Thinking back on it, I spent so many days like that for such a long time.
Huh. So is Elizabeth's story gonna be her coming to, like, self-realization? Like, I guess discovering more about herself?
I had thought that it would be impossible to change.
But 2 years ago, I finally reached my answer. One's identity cannot be sought out but must be forged for oneself. It's something you build little by little. People call the freedom to do so potential, and by mastering it, people develop their unique identities. That is the understanding I came to. So it seemed to me I should believe in my own potential and wander in pursuit of my desire. It wasn't all hard conclusion to come to. That is why I abandoned my assigned role and departed on my long journey. Oh, crap. Stuff starting to snap together. So I remember at the beginning-ish Persona Q, where the Persona 4 cast met the Persona 3 cast, and Elizabeth met with Margaret. Margaret asked her some kind of weird question. I think it was along the lines of how are you doing, or something like that, like she was trying to check in on her or something, and that kind of confused me at first, because I assumed that they should be in contact with each other, but then I remember they're from different times, right? So I think the Elizabeth from Persona Q is from 2008, midway through the journey of Persona 3, and Margaret is from 2012. So everything was normal for Elizabeth at that point. But in Margaret's timeline, in 2012, I guess Margaret or Elizabeth might have been like she said, abandoned her assigned role. Or maybe Elizabeth abandoned her role as Igor's assistant, and that's why Margaret came in. And that's why Margaret was asking her how she was at the beginning of Persona Q. That's interesting. That kind of snapped into my head out of nowhere. Just because I've been talking about Persona Q, but that's interesting. Wow. What? I wonder, I need to go back and see which game came first. Because the Atlas team seems to be interweaving like a very small threads that aren't really that consequential, but interesting nonetheless. I have set an objective for myself. To defeat the monster I fought a moment ago once and for all. I vanquished it then, but that is only temporary.
It'll surely resurrect within the year again.
So 1 year it takes.
And I'll go through today once more.
That monster was born from the twisted wishes arising from the lack of substance in people's lives. It slowly stagnates and seeps out. If this is life, then bringing on death. Desires like that are what give it power. And the giant black arm tries to free death from its prison. It can never be left to act on its aims, but as long as people continue to wish as they do, the foul feelings will congeal and it will never truly die. It will revive endlessly. To truly defeat the monster would be to change the very souls of the people. That cannot be done no matter how much one improves their skill in battle. I do not currently know how its goal can be attained. How this goal can be attained. It may be that no one in this world knows yet. Some new and unknown miraculous power will most likely be required. Jesus. That is why I wish to travel as far and wide as I can to broaden my horizons. Since I have only interacted with the guests of the room, I'm sure the scope of my knowledge is far inferior to a single human's. But there are infinite spaces for me to explore. I'll travel to each one and satisfy my natural curiosity. Interesting. So she's trying to defeat the monster that's trying to free Nyx permanently, and she's trying to seek out some kind of new power to do that by interacting with people. So she uses this goal and she literally just goes into the tournament to beat people up and that's it. Is that what you're telling me? Okay. What are we doing? How'd you get here? How'd you get here? I don't get it.
That's why I have come here. A double check on the danger scale situation that I just recently discovered.
I place my hand on my hips in what I believe to be a standing firm. Before me is what seems to be a replica of the building in the real world.
I sense multiple Persona users gathering. It's once in a blue moon that one discovers a place like this.
Okay, so she's just here at the hangout randomly.
I'm sure I can learn some interesting things here, or something along those lines.
How's the story even gonna end?
In any case, I, Elizabeth, can scarcely keep myself from getting involved.
For someone with a physical form to step into the realm of the mind would be for them to enter an even more abstract place than the Velvet Room. Normally it would be impossible, and even if it were, it would be very dangerous without a firm will. For it to occur at all is intriguing enough, but on top of that, these people are mainly Persona users. And not just one or two. There's no denying that something truly extraordinary is happening here. Broadened horizons aside, I can't resist taking a closer look. When I get closer, I see a nameplate reading Yasogami High School at what seems to be the main gate.
This building, is it a school?
The school building before me looks aged and I narrow my eyes.
Seems somewhat old-fashioned compared to the school I have experience with. but it has its charms as well. This is what they call animalist aesthetic.
What?
Animalist? Bestial? Anyway,
What are you
something
saying?
along those lines.
I'm confused. I am confusion already. There are bizarre decorations as far as the eye can see inside the building. Was this school always thus adorned?
These decorations. Could this be the fabled school festival I've heard tell of? A festival is where one toys with the lives of goldfish in a scandalous game.
I guess that's one way of putting it.
One can also enjoy a combat simulation with close-range shooting tests using sniper rifle fire into the interior of stalls.
It's not that serious, Elizabeth.
Ooh, I'm starting to get excited.
I'm starting to get dejected by playing your story. Looking up, I spy a large sign done in vibrant colors.
We won Grand Prix. Could this be a fighting tournament? This isn't why the Persona users are gathering, is it?
No sooner do my suspicions arise that I sense the first presence within the school and turn towards it. Come, challenger! I wave my arms about in anticipation, but something seems a bit odd.
That lady over there, she not a Persona user?
Labris?
Regardless of that, I sense something out of the ordinary.
Is she... When I close my eyes, I can tell that while she may appear to be a human girl, something about her is amiss. I sense an unnatural disconnect from her memories and consciousness, not seen in most people, so probably Labris.
Is she truly human?
Now that I'm here, I can sense powerful combatants gathering one by one. If such power were to be used to its fullest in clashes or skill, the result could be life-threatening. This place is not meant for such a girl. If she were to be drawn into this, then in the worst-case
Were I
scenario...
still my old self when I only lived to play out my role, I would leave her be.
You're gonna help someone?
But I am different now.
Or are you gonna fight her? I make my way towards the girl. As I approached her, I begin to hear voices. It seems that she's calling herself a student council president. I stride down the end of the hallway where she is walking, directly into her view. The girl gives me a slightly questioning look, but no more. She comes towards me guilelessly.
Hey, excuse me. You got some reason to be at our school?
Do you know I'm from Boston? Up close, I can tell at once. There's no doubt that this girl is not human. Yet she seems to be under the impression that she is. The original residents of this place seem to believe that she is as well. But of course, that is impossible. The disconnect I sensed earlier must be related.
Could someone have tampered with her memories and psyche?
No matter how unusual her circumstances, such extreme gaps in awareness are no mere figments of the imagination. It's possible, but normally those with a distorted view of reality have equally distorted emotions. And I do not sense that in her. Her emotions are in balance. Only her memories and awareness fall short like a corpse de ballet. What is that? Falling behind a soloist. I fix my gaze upon the girl before me once again. If she did not come here of her own will, then the events here may be more sinister than I imagined.
Are you sure this is how things should be?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I am a wanderer who only stopped here because I sensed great power gathering. I am in no position to give advice, but, this place will soon be caught in a bit of a fracas.
What is that word?
If you continue to avert your eyes from everything, I think it will have an impact on your life in the near future.
My life?
What you choose is up to you, but I believe there are factors preventing you from making the right choices at the moment. I couldn't bring myself to just stand by and watch as you lost your life before my eyes. That is why I came to you, so I could give you one last chance.
She has most likely forgotten who she is. I sense something shining, slumbering deep in her heart. It is the glow of a bond. No one who has been a resident of the Velvet Room could mistake it for anything else. Before she forgot herself, she must have had strong feelings about someone or had made a promise to them. But I'll leave it to her to remember what it was. I hold out the Persona Compendium as if handing it to the girl and open its pages. Light streams out from it and washes over her. The light dispels the girl's false image, the illusion that made her seem human, though she is not. Oh.
What is this?
Her true form is revealed as a gleaming mechanical body. Her arms look as if steel plates are covering them. The girl frantically pulls at them to try to tear them off.
It won't come off. What gives?
My, what a robotically cool body. It is apparently meant for battle.
Hey, you! What did you do to me?
Nothing in particular. Well, considering that you are meant for battle,
Okay,
I shall
all right.
briefly be your opponent.
Sure, I'm gonna help you real quick by giving you advice, and then I'm gonna kick your ass. Seems like Elizabeth, 100%.
During that time, why not think back about who you are?
Why not think about who you are while I kick your ass?
Huh? My opponent?
Put the fisticuffs up. Most likely, I will not get through to her with words alone. Only by being forced into confrontation will she finally be able to understand. She already knows how to use the steel limbs, which she's supposedly never seen before.
And away we go.
Time to fight. Alright, I wonder what Elizabeth's moveset's gonna be. Although I'm gonna be spamming the dash button. Cause hell yeah. Okay.
Final.
What's this song?
Pardon me.
Oh,
Opening my deck. You're Oh no. Could you
Oh
mind
my.
for a moment? Pardon
Watch
me.
your feet.
Here, some freeze. My attack. Here, some freeze.
What are those cards?
Sorry.
Pardon me.
Take this.
Benedict. Persona. Pardon me. My attack.
That is OP, bro.
My attack. You have some. My attack.
That's so OP, goddamn. That thing has range on it. The girl collapses powerlessly. I used a soft touch during the battle. She should have sustained no injuries, probably. Still, the girl does not stand back up, apparently due to mental rather than physical strength or stress. Her own arms and legs had turned metallic, Jesus. In the heat of battle, she was able to use those foreign appendages with ease. If she truly thought herself to be human, that would have come as quite a shock.
That should be enough. I'm sure you realize now that you are not human. There must have been an important promise that could only be kept in that guise. That must have been your reason for living. Whether it's worth losing that or not, I ask that you give it serious thought.
An important promise. My reason for living?
Boston? Her potential will become unlocked through self-reflection. That's how it happened for me as well.
Now, it seems the tumult of trials is about to begin. In which case, I bid you good luck.
I close the compendium in my hand and the worn pages rustle as they meet. By the time it shuts, I'm already far away from the girl. In my absence, the illusion is again in place, giving her the appearance of a human once more. She may consider what happened to be a daydream, and that is quite alright. My intention was to give her an opportunity to awaken to the truth. What she eventually decides is up to her. With that aside, there's something else on my mind. That girl I fought looked human but wasn't. It's rare for even one such as I with an unimaginably long lifespan to meet someone like her. Yet, she is the second such person I have known. The other was also a guest of mine once. She too resembled a human girl. Oh, she's talking about Igus. I can sense her powers somewhere here as well. Most likely she's here for reasons having to do with the girl I met.
What an intriguing event. More so than I had first imagined.
Though I came here on a mere whim, this trip may be unexpected fruit. Yeah, okay. That's exactly how that's phrased. Perhaps I'll discover something important. My interest peaked even more now. I decided to go further in. So yeah, Elizabeth is just here beating everybody up. Based. When I do, the bustle of voices reaches my ears. Is that a cheer? One of the monitors nearby turns on after the cheer dies down. It's showing a girl in a school uniform.
Ladies
So does Shadow Labrys not see Elizabeth? Is Elizabeth like just like unsurveyable because she's a Velvet Room resident?
Reset will be your commentator. Please, hold your applause. Oh, you're too kind, you're too kind. Well, with things starting to heat up now, the General has a few words for you. The mic's all yours, sir.
Next, a person who seems to be the host takes the girl's place. Actually, person may be incorrect. That intriguing fluffiness and tantalizing round body. Lovely. Gotta love Elizabeth.
Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very
Shut the
own
fuck up,
T1
Labrys. Even you make the cheesy ass bear puns. It's annoying.
Presenting the manliest of all men.
This is more of a to-do than I thought.
I keep watching as a video, but some upbeat music plays.
Is this an introduction to the
Oh my god,
contestants?
not again. A number of girls and boys are introduced at a steady pace. I haven't seen any other faces before, but they all appear to be Persona users. Each one of them is tagged with a mocking epithet.
The carnivore who's discarded womanhood.
Base.
The blood-curdling beefcake emperor.
Not that bad.
The sister complex kingpin.
Best nickname ever.
Are these signs of their willingness to cast aside their pride in pursuit of victory?
Nah, it's just their true personalities.
I wonder if they're not casting aside a little too much.
Speaking you? Bro, look. It's the pot calling the kettle black, okay? If you could give yourself a nickname, I don't even know where or what you would even say about yourself.
This is a rather novel idea.
There's no denying that those with power are gathering here for the tournament. The video comes to a close. Since I came here on my own whim, I am obviously not featured in it. How unfortunate. I catch myself pouting my lips.
Should I officially enter this as well?
Already have been. You just beat one of the contestants up.
Oh, but if the manliest of all men are the ones called for, I cannot participate.
What do you mean?
Then again, I distinctly spotted a woman or two in the introductory video.
Wait, why can't you spar with the manliest of all men?
Then I shan't concern myself with such trifling details. I shall soldier on.
Confusion. The next time the host appears on a monitor, I will make my entry. Or my entreaty. If he turns me down, then I shall resort to force. Very good. My mind is made up. I begin my walk through the school. Okay. Alright, thanks Elizabeth. Truly, truly a story. Battles, or where might I find battles? I can't fucking talk. I look into a window nearby. Aha!
Oh my! The host himself is before my eyes.
Did you already make it to the announcement room? Before I realize it, I'm already in motion.
Pardon my dynamic entrance.
Oh, it's real Teddy?
Someone's here.
Looking around, I see a piano and portraits of famous composers lining the wall. I see, this must be what they call a music room.
Please forgive me for startling you.
Please forgive me for startling you. Also, please allow me to beat the shit out of you.
Ooh! Who are you, miss?
I am Elizabeth, a mere elevator attendant, albeit one who is currently utterly neglecting her duties.
Shameful. Shame on you, Elizabeth.
An elevator attendant? I don't believe it. I'm having culture shock. I wish Junessa's elevators had such beautiful attendants too.
Excuse me, but may I ask your name?
Teddy! Doi!
Shut up, Teddy.
I'm sorry. Would you mind repeating that in human language?
I was saying it normally. Teddy is my name and I'm a proud bear.
I see. Teddy Bear. You have a rather creative flair to your appearance.
Says the girl in all blue?
I
Okay.
wish you'd say cute instead. Though hearing a pretty lady like you say so makes my heart skip a beat.
Watching him, I cannot restrain my curiosity any longer and prod his soft fur with abandon. Harassment.
Huh? What are you doing?
This seems to lack ventilation. How does he breathe in there?
He doesn't. He's dead.
Oh, there's a zipper.
Oh no. You perv.
Stop! I'm ticklish. Oh no! No opening! You're embarrassing
What a
me.
closet pervert. God damn it, Elizabeth.
Oh, please forgive me.
Now you were even more of a
Curiosity
weirdo than I
almost
thought you
killed
were.
the bear.
Huh? What were you planning on doing to me?
Nothing good. She was probably planning on opening you up and then kicking your ass, to be quite honest.
You're even a tougher customer than the kids at the food court, miss.
When I step away, Teddy Bear slightly... Teddy Bear. She's calling him Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear lightly smooths over his fur to try and regain his composure.
Oh, I had forgotten what I originally meant to ask because of your fine coat of hair. Teddy Bear, though I am a woman, I wish to partake in this Grand Prix.
Huh? I can't help you with that.
No, but are you not the host shown in the introduction video?
It's all a huge misunderstanding. That guy's an imposter. Won't you hear me out?
You know what, Elizabeth? Just go ahead and kick his ass. I'm tired of Teddy. Too much Teddy, even in Persona Q. My god. It seems he is faced with some kind of dilemma. I decided to lend an ear to Teddy Bear. He animatedly describes the circumstances, but his arms and legs are too short to illustrate his point. His mannerisms are so peculiar that understanding is an uphill battle, but in the end I grasped the basics.
I see. So you realized that something was amiss and came wandering in here yourself to investigate. But you fell into the imposter's trap and couldn't do a thing until a moment ago. You have my deepest sympathies.
Now I'm gonna kick your ass.
Do I really?
Do it, Elizabeth.
Anyways, everyone else is on the contestant list while I get the cold shoulder.
I'll warm your shoulder up by kicking it inwards, breaking your shoulder, curb stomping you. Let's
That's
go.
So, then, since we are both outcasts,
Hell yeah.
let us participate of our own accord.
That's what I'm talking about.
Our own?
That's what I'm talking about.
May I request a match from you?
That makes no sense at all. What do you
It
mean?
makes perfect sense. She wants to kick your face in.
Ooh, maybe a hot and heavy struggle with all kinds of clinches and holds?
Sure.
A one-on-one battle to the extreme.
To the death.
That makes no sense. Wait a second. You look a lot stronger than me, miss.
Oh, she is.
Oh, don't be so modest.
It's bullshit that she's like not killing anybody else, to be honest. You remember the fight with her in like base game? How she has like a 9,999 HP's worth of Megadolon? The bullshit, biggest bullshit. Stupid ass rules.
No, I'm really not.
I'm very sorry, but the deadline for submitting a forfeit notice has expired.
You're not sorry at all. There are things I can't do, you know.
You can do the bear coming through. That's an actually good move, and the big bat you have.
Oh, but on the other hand, if I can try scoring with you later, I might rethink this.
Scoring? I do not understand the term, but if that is your stipulation, why, I accept.
Oh, you accept? Woohoo! I'm ready to go whenever you are.
It's not worth trying with Elizabeth, to be quite honest. She's so oblivious.
That is, if you're still alive after this. Well then, here goes. Your fate is in the cards.
Oh no, she looks like she knows what he's saying. Oh no, she's angry. I haven't seen Elizabeth angry. She only has one true score, and it's with her husbando, Dorkun. I take my fighting stance. Settling matters through a show of force is simple, straightforward, and so beautiful. Yeah, I remember you beating my ass several times in base game. A bear will not be coming through, sir. I'm gonna be stopping you with my heavy ranged attack that is broken.
Final. Fight.
Ouch!
My
You see this? I'm just gonna spam this, bro.
My attack. Won't you have some? My attack. You're frozen now. My attack. My attack. My attack. Won't you
Her
have
moveset
some?
is fucking ridiculous, bro.
Would you mind waiting for a moment? My attack. Here, some freeze. My attack. Won't you have some?
GG no re. God damn. Just spam 2 buttons. Sorry, bro. She's too powerful for you. She's got the combos. Even better than
The road
yours.
to dating is steep. Ugh.
With an exaggerated groan, Teddy Bear collapses. Or rolls down, to be more precise.
Teddy Bear, you truly are an intriguing creature.
Hearing this, Teddy Bear springs to his feet.
Are you interested in me?
No.
Though you aren't human, you fight against your fate and wish to be with humans.
Die in a painful manner, Teddy.
I have witnessed one other case who bore such a fate in the past.
Huh?
You made a choice and decided how you wish to live. That is marvelous, Teddy Bear.
Wonder if Elizabeth knows that he's a shadow.
Marvelous? Me? Does that mean you're still okay with me trying to score with you?
That is not what it means.
Teddy Bear loses his balance for some unknown reason and falls over.
No! The way you shoot down my attempts reminds me of Yuki-chan.
Elizabeth may be more oblivious than Yuki-chan.
Yuki-chan, is this an acquaintance of yours?
Yuki-chan is a very precious friend of mine.
Shut up, Teddy.
You have friends.
Actually, everyone who is in that video are my friends. But I can't forgive them for having all the fun. I'll make them buy me a tasty treat for this.
Shut up, you're freeloading in Yosuke's closet. That's enough, okay?
I see. May I ask you something? Who would you consider the strongest among your friends?
Chad God Yunarukami.
Well, Sensei, of course. He's the manliest of all men.
Sensei. If I recall correctly, that is the name of a governing class within a school, wielding the power of life and death over its students.
What?
Yes, that does indeed sound like the name of a strong warrior.
Sensei's our leader.
He sounds strong, but he seems to be unconnected to the former guest I'm searching for. But as Teddy Bear speaks of his friend called Sensei, he wears a beaming expression. They must be connected with a truly strong bond. I know, bro. Level 10 social link with Teddy. Surprisingly enough. Inwardly, I am surprised. Though he is adorable, this teddy bear most likely used to be something similar to a shadow. All she knows. I'm very curious about anyone who could form a bond with such a being. Thinking about it that way makes me interested in him as well.
Oh, that was quite helpful. Thank you.
I'm gonna go beat someone else up.
Once the tournament's over, you should come hang out at Junes sometime.
Junes?
It's a place where Don Yosuke and I work.
Dawn? That's a first.
It's huge. You can eat food there, and they have candy, toys, and sexy bikinis too.
What a paradise on Earth.
I know. Can't beat Japanese Walmart, you know?
It seems there is still much I do not know about in your world. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I must get going now.
Be careful!
I bow politely. Teddy Bear waves back with a big smile. Who's next? I forgot. I think it's Aegis, right? Because I've seen Elizabeth fight Aegis, Teddy, and actually, I think that's the first time I've seen her fight Labris. Right now, though I decided to participate on my own, how should I proceed from here? I don't have a good understanding of this building's layout after all. I try going in and out of the buildings to test various paths, but I don't get anywhere.
It may have come to this.
Are you gonna break through the floor or something? I rear back my head and inhale as deeply as I can, and then...
Bring out the next opponent!
Okay, I thought that was about to work for a second there.
No one heeded my call. I suppose repeating that line isn't enough.
It would have been so much bullshit if that worked. My shoulders sag slightly and I concentrate on the area nearby. I sense an unexpected presence.
Ha! There is someone closer by than I had expected.
It's Minecraft Steve!
What a reunion this will be. I'm starting to feel tingly.
There's no need for me to keep searching for an opponent since one is already nearby. I trace the presence and proceed down the hallway. When I reach what appears to be an entryway, I can hear what sounds like voices quarreling. One of the voices is Teddy Bear, or rather the sham host to General Teddy.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! What a fight! No wonder you're an anti-shadow weapon.
Oh, is that Aegis?
I take no joy at all from your praise.
Definitely Aegis. As I move forward, I find myself breaking into a run. Soon afterwards, the voice's owner enters my field of vision. Just as I thought, that unmistakable figure, she's a guest I hosted in my life as a resident. We're talking about the answer here. If I recall correctly, her name is Aegis. Upon closer inspection, she is aiming her weapon at General Teddy on the monitor. Not that that's gonna do much, he's on the fucking TV. What are you gonna do, shoot through the TV, dumbass?
Pointing your weapon happen at a monitor isn't very scary.
That's what I'm saying.
But anyways, your next opponent is...
If I don't act now, the match will start without me. I must prevent General Teddy from speaking for the time being until my business is completed. Again, before I realize it, I'm already in motion.
Oh no! Pardon my bold entrance.
Oh wow, what a true daring mistake. Truly the mistakes of all mistakes. Wow. I feel so bad for General Teddy.
Huh? Oh, the monitor's completely shattered. Who would do such a thing?
I don't know, bro. Did you see anything, I guess? Because if you did, I'm gonna kick your ass.
A strange intruder has shown up.
Oh my. I thought we were having a touching reunion. How unfortunate that you would refer to me as a strange intruder.
Oh yeah, I guess should remember, huh?
A reunion? I don't recall ever meeting anyone so odd.
Has she forgot her time in the Velvet Room? Or wait. I'm trying to remember if at the end of the answer they forget. I don't think they forget.
She who governs power. Does that ring any bells for you?
Huh? Wait. Are you the one I met in that blue room then?
I don't know how you forget someone dressed like she is.
Your entrance just now was very different from how I remembered your behavior. So I
Really?
didn't recognize you. But
What? That's exactly Elizabeth's behavior. What are you talking about?
Eridanus' son.
What?
No.
Eridanus? Who the hell is that?
Elixir? Erengi?
Erection.
In any case, I never dreamed that I'd meet you here.
That goes for myself as well. It's been a long time since I saw you.
Okay, just scoobing by the name, I guess.
But why are you here? What about your duties of governing power?
That's Margaret's job now.
I am currently in gross abandonment of my duties.
That was a very straightforward answer.
Considering the circumstances here, I'd like to test your strength as well.
I'd sadly flipped through the pages of my compendium.
What? Please, wait a moment. Does that mean you wish to fight me?
Hell yeah.
From what I've heard, in certain cultures in your world, one lets one's fists do the talking. Perhaps you could think of it as a sporty, modern, and extreme way of greeting one another.
I don't understand at all.
You seem to have become strong beyond all recognition. I'd like to see your power for myself, to broaden my horizons. Will you grant my shameless request?
I still don't understand. But does this mean your wish will be fulfilled if I agree to fight you? If that's really what you want. Will you mind if I don't hold back?
I couldn't ask for anything more. I, Elizabeth, will fight you with all the strength at my disposal.
Alright, time to spam X real quick.
Now, let us begin.
Settling matters through a show of force is simple, straight. Pardon me. I said that once already. Thanks, Elizabeth. How long is this gonna be? Jesus Christ. I don't even know why we're here still. The beginning of your story was fascinating, because I didn't think anybody was able to access that area.
Persona, rise up! Here. Gyro, heavy damage. Light damage. Heavy damage. Damage. Gyro, heavy damage. Light
My
damage.
attack.
Heavy damage.
My
Very
attack.
fitting song.
Damage.
My attack.
Gyro.
Here, some freeze.
Severe impact.
My attack.
Ready.
Pardon me. Pardon me.
Persona.
Oh, no. Would you mind waiting for a moment? Pardon me. My attack.
Gyro, heavy damage.
Please be careful. Pardon me. Pardon me. Here is some electricity.
Fire.
Here is some electricity.
GG no re. Get good, scrub. Love that remix of Heartful Cry. I've said it like 20 times already, but still gotta love it.
You're strong.
Yeah, her fight was bullshit, I guess. Trust me, you didn't even come to like 1/20th of the difficulty of her actual fight. With all the stupid ass rules. I guess crouches down with a regretful expression.
Oh no, I was surprised myself. It's been a while since I fought with all my power.
That was not all your power. Bullshit. I close my eyes and reminisce. Just as I had expected, she has grown more powerful than before. I guess it's not human. She has an artificial body, making her a sort of mechanical maiden. She was originally created as a tool to accomplish a set goal with established abilities. But by gaining a heart, she forged her own destiny. She did this with the power that can only be gained by those with emotions, the power of bonds. Her nature shifted from one directed by others to the one she chooses for herself. She was no longer merely acting, but living. This shift caused a miracle, and she overcame her artificial origins to attain what could be called life. Some have had talent of turning bonds into great strength by forming a contract through intense desire. We residents of the Velvet Room refer to this talent as the wild card, and it has at times changed the course of history. Even I, who served as a resident for a long time, only encountered a few with that power. She is one of them, and then Hitler, because of Persona 2 for some reason. Actually, wasn't everybody... I'm pretty sure everybody in Persona 2 and before can equip all sorts of personas. So everybody had the wild card at that point. Not just Hitler.
I now have a wish of my own, though it may take vast oceans of time for it to come true. Perhaps one day you will accompany me on the same journey.
What do you mean?
If our destinies truly do cross, you will eventually understand.
I don't get it. Is this supposed to take place before before the answer? Because I don't think it is. The answer takes place directly after the journey. So I guess, well, this is vague on Elizabeth's part, so it's not that she doesn't remember or whatever, it's just that Elizabeth's being very vague, so I'm just overthinking it, I think. I guess this expression shows that she still does not understand, but that is fine for now.
By the way, how have your friends been?
Huh? Oh, they're all well. Several of them are here right now.
Actually, I'm being dumb. Of course the answer came before this. Elizabeth recognizes I guess. General Teddy? Suddenly, a staticky voice echoes from the broken monitor speaker, interrupting our conversation. It seems I was not thorough in my destruction.
Testing. It's finally getting through.
How does it sound fantastic, bro? The TV is broken. What bullshit powers you have?
Hey, you! The one who's not on the roster! Who are you? Why are you gumming up the works?
It's that bear.
If you keep messing with my Grand Prix, I'll make you...
Shut up, Teddy. I snap my fingers of my right hand with a flourish. The speaker explodes. I am sure that the announcement will bother us no more now. I'm sorry, you exploded something by snapping your fingers? You can do that? It seems I have finally finished it off.
Oh my! Flames have suddenly burst from the speakers. How dreadful.
Truly a mistake of all time.
That was 180% your doing.
Nuh-uh.
Such repeated meddling. It seems I have a bit of a score to settle with the host too.
Your eyes are malfunctioning.
Well then, I will be going now. Please be careful.
Oh, wait. There is a rule in this tournament against the loser of a fight.
I don't think that applies to Elizabeth.
Is there? Well, considering that I entered myself into the tournament, I do not think you count as a defeated contestant.
Oh yeah, that's true. She's actually like fighting people without being a participant. So I don't think the rules are subject to her tackiness or weirdness.
That is only conjecture though.
You entered yourself. Yet you're going to settle a score with the host for complaining about you?
That's actually kind of true.
Details.
Elizabeth, okay, well, okay. Based. Circular reasoning, based. I smile cheerfully in return and leave the area. Ah, truly, that was one of my better smiles.
I cannot believe that even Elizabeth's son came to this world.
You do remember her name.
That's it.
Okay.
Her name was Elizabeth's son. I finally remember.
Good job. I don't know how you forget stuff. You're a robot, but what do I know? Maybe she was taking a long time to warm up her hard drive with all the data on it. Eventually, I reached the room known as the announcement room. When I approached the door, I sensed power from within. It seems that the real host is here and not on some monitor. I haven't encountered that persona user known as Sensei yet, but thinking about it, I would expect him to win his matches until reaching here. It may be easier to wait than just search aimlessly for him. Upon closer inspection, the door is slightly opened. There are people inside. Is it Broske?
I sense 2, no, 3 people.
I cautiously sneak up to the door and peek inside. Hentai?
What a shame. You gave it a try, but there's no way anyone would understand you.
Tentacle monster? Sorry.
Huh?
That is that teddy bear imposter. The student council president is here too. It seems the false teddy bear's tone is much harsher than before.
Who's the third person?
Has he been meeting with difficulties lately?
When I look again at what's going on inside the room, a sinister aura swirls around General Teddy. A surprising transformation occurs. His silhouette reforms into a shapeless lump, which resolves into a figure of the council president girl.
I'm Shadow, the true self.
Goodness, that false teddy bear was actually the girl's shadow. I see. It's true that suffering to this degree could cause a shadow to go berserk and affect its surroundings.
You know, assuming Elizabeth is like the canon story, does that mean Elizabeth sees this and then just kind of leaves and then everything else happens like at the end of Aigus and Yosuke's story? That would be funny. The girl's true appearance has already been exposed. It seems she finally was able to face her original nature. Surprisingly, the enemy forcing the illusion upon her was her other self. I'm glad that she has awakened to her true self, but this is a shocking and drastic turn of events.
At least one of them has to understand how I feel. Isn't that what you thought? The important part is that it's all your fault.
Stop watching her roast herself, Elizabeth. Get in there and do some of the roasting too.
That's not true.
You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand.
You want to see Yuna Rukami and Broske make out with each other.
You want to make them understand.
You want to make them make out.
That ain't true.
It's all right, though. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here.
I'll make it happen.
I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did.
Please stop. That's all a lie. You're not me.
She said there were 3 people in here. Who's the third person? I'm confusion.
Finally, you finally said it. I'm finally free.
Or is this a third separate story with Elizabeth actually fighting Shadow Labrys? Because I'm assuming this is going to be the same cutscene. Yeah, skip that. The shadow has gone berserk. At this point, it can no longer be stopped solely by the original person. Worse, the shadow has no more reason to keep its host alive. If this continues, but a third person storms onto the scene just as I am about to intervene.
Labrys!
It's my boy, Skinny Penis! Yes, the Chad God, the Chad of them all. It's my boy. It is a young man in a school uniform. For a moment, I am utterly captivated. What a powerful fire he has in his eyes. On a second look, I recognize his face from the video. As I recall, his name was Kingpin Yu. Exactly. No, that's not right. Sister Complex Yu. Both are true. No, that sounds even further from his actual name. Narukami, that's right, it's Yu Narukami. No, both, all 3 of those names work.
I won't let you hurt her anymore. If you're gonna keep rampaging, I'll fight you.
Fine. Then you'll be the first to die.
The shadow's attack hurtles towards the young man, but he does not flinch and takes a fighting stance after smoothly evading it. Seeing his heightened determination, I detect a distinct presence about him.
That young man is a persona user too.
But he's a wild card user. And that's not all. The sensation is similar to when I encountered Aigus.
Could his powers be?
There's no doubt about it, it's the same as hers. He too is a persona user whose awakened talent is that of the wild card. The shadow launches its next attack at the young man. The battle axe it brandishes is a cluster of steel as long as she is tall. If he truly can wield those powers, he may be able to stop such an attack, but it is not a sure thing.
This opportunity cannot be missed.
This time I enter the room and step between the two.
What?
as I interrupt this scene.
She wants to fight him instead.
Who are you?
You! How? I set up walls so you couldn't pass through. How did you get here?
So you couldn't pass through? What is it referring to? Elizabeth can just break game logic. Simple as that. Rules don't apply to her. She's too cool for school, I guess. Oh, could it be those invisible walls I bumped into from time to time? Oh, so she did bump into them. I suppose thinking back, I did run afoul of such things along the way. But a little push was all it took to pass through them, so I barely paid them any need. Really? You can pass through the walls if you're strong enough? Okay. Bullshit.
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
Wow. Fantastic. Truly a line to line. The Shadow and the young man both look quite perplexed. Was what I said too shocking? I take the opportunity to step towards the young man and look him straight in the face.
Ah. Are you perhaps the sensei that Teddy Bear spoke of? Someone who has awakened to the power of the wild card through Velvet Room's guidance.
You have to recognize that she's also got that Velvet Room jig going on. Mention her sister's name, please. I want to see her reaction.
What? Wait, that blue outfit. Who are you?
Almost there. Mention Margaret, please. I flash him a smile and turn my gaze towards the girl collapsed nearby. I believe he called her Lapras a moment ago, because I'm interested to see her reaction because of what Margaret told her in Persona Q. Or how she was asking her if she was okay or whatever.
I see. I feel that I have a good grasp on the situation now.
Then can't you tell you're in the way? Get out of here!
I cannot do that. I came to settle some business I had with you, the tournament's host.
I came to give you immeasurable backshots.
What business?
To be blunt. What business was it?
How the hell should I know?
That was harsh.
It turns out that I do not care about such trifling details after all. My apologies. Please forget my mention
What are
of
we
business.
doing?
Actually, my search for a certain individual has unexpectedly concluded, so we're done here.
Who said we're done? That's it! I'll kill you where you stand!
I wouldn't recommend it. If I may be so boastful, it would be a battle you stand no chance of winning.
What?
My words must have been so humiliating that the Shadow's face flushed red and it gropes for her words. Gropes for words? What a phrase. I've never heard that phrase ever in my life. I ignore it in order to speak to the young man.
It's nice meeting you, by the way. I am Elizabeth. Would it ring a bell if I mentioned that I am the one who governs power?
No, that's Elizabeth's job, or that's Margaret's job now.
You mean like Margaret?
Oh, do you know my older sister?
There you go.
I see, no wonder.
Hell yeah.
Stop ignoring me, bitch!
No. Get stuffed, as they say. I shield the young man behind me and turn towards the Shadow.
Please wait a moment. I must ask the one over there to leave this place before we resume.
It's you who's going to leave!
I was sure that I gave the proper warnings earlier. So it goes. Your fate is in the cards.
So this is not canon, right? Because this is a different, what seems to be a different ending from the Aigis and Brosuke one. And those were the canon ones, I think, right? So, or maybe this happened before they came in? And you was taken away by Elizabeth somewhere to fight? Maybe?
Final.
Alright, time to spam X.
Pardon me. Won't you have some? Oh no. My attack. Bloody hat. Persona. What's the matter? Won't you have my attack? Instant hurt. Here's electricity. Oh no.
Ouch.
Please don't pardon me. Pardon me. This one will have time for pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Here. Won't you have some? Here. It's nothing. You're frozen now. Here. My attack.
GG no read. Okay. You almost got me. That was half my health. That's the closest fight ever. So far.
How could it end like this?
Easily. Hit with book.
It's all completely
ruined.
That's what you get for going against my 100% Persona Compendium completion. The shadow falls to its knees, its will completely drained. I doubt it has strength left to attack us.
This is me?
The girl, still unable to stand, stares blankly at her own shadow. I turn around towards the young man. His P1 Grand Prix was most likely caused by the girl's shadow manifesting her suppressed anguish. But this young man tried to reach out to her, even at the risk of his own safety. And even after seeing proof that she was the one who caused all the risk.
Excuse me, but may I leave the rest of this to you? I'm ashamed to say so, but delicate persuasion is not my forte.
I understand. I agree that you don't seem like you'd be too good at it.
Good job, you. I like how he's just frankly talking to her. He's talking to her how she talks to other people. It's funny. The young man walks towards Labrys, who is still at a loss for words. I have yet to have a proper conversation with him. Jesus, excuse me. But I sense a certain trustworthiness in his strong steps.
Miss President, or actually Labrys.
What am I supposed to do? What difference does it make if I accept this? In the end, no one's gonna understand me anyway, right?
Do the thing!
It's true that others won't be able to easily understand your pain. But are you gonna give up after just one try at showing them? One victory or loss doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't give up. That's what I think.
I shouldn't give up?
No, you can do this. You're not alone anymore.
You've got the Chad by your side. Labrys' eyes widen as if just realizing the brightness of the scenery before her. The young man waits patiently for his words to sink in. After some time, Labrys finally stands up and looks towards me.
Hey, is this what you were talking about before?
I am also not human, but who you are is for you to decide. That is the power of potential that everyone holds.
I've always wondered that. The Velvet Room attendants aren't human, but they're not shadows either. So like they're in between or something? I don't understand. What are they? I don't understand what the Velvet Room residents are. I mean, they can still get a booty call, I guess. That's what Elizabeth did with the Persona 3 Dorkun, but...
Even for a machine, I believe that still holds true.
You could have just said so when we first met.
Alas, I have always had some difficulty making myself understood.
Come on now. You should go to her.
Labrys faces her shadow once more at the urging of the young man. We're gonna get the same cutscene. I'm just gonna let it play because I like how her shadow emerges. And how her shadow looks. It looks pretty cool.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone. No, you are me after all.
I like the music too. Look at that. It looks like a Persona version of Labrys. And it looks like a different version of Orpheus as well. Like, or not Orpheus, Messiah. Interesting.
Is my persona.
No matter how much times I watch the cutscene, it's still kind of cool. Jesus.
Congratulations!
Yeah, you did well.
Thanks.
There's no need to thank us. It was all you.
Seeing Labrys' smile, I can't help but grin as well. But her relief only lasts for a moment before the strength drains from her body and she stumbles.
Labrys!
The young man hastily catches her.
There's no need to worry. She must have reached the limits of her stamina.
What's with the song? Are we fighting someone else? He props the unconscious lady down against the wall, and this is the normal song too, the Heartful Cry normal song.
The strength that binds hearts together. No matter how many times I witness it, its beauty never fades. May I borrow some of your time?
The young man looks over his shoulder in a surprise, but when our gaze crosses, he turns as if understanding. Are we gonna fight you as well?
Are you a resident of the Velvet Room too?
Well, in a way. I have abandoned my duties at the moment in order to see through a desire of mine.
What did you want with me?
I calm myself before opening my mouth once more.
In order for my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have. But it is most likely not power used to fight. It is something else. I wish to understand what that is.
The power of family. The power of Vin Diesel. That's what you need to free Dorkun. The power of family.
The power of the wild card that changes bonds into string. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
I don't really understand.
Put more bluntly, I wish for you to show me your potential.
The young man considers everything I said, but eventually sighs before responding.
I get it now.
You don't mind?
Would you back down if I said no? After what you said before, I don't think you'd back off that easy.
Touché.
Chill as fuck, bro. I take a slightly defensive stance.
There is no need to be lenient. I invite you to approach this battle as if you intend to kill me.
Well, if he wasn't lenient and he was me, he would probably summon Yoshitsune and then Hasatobi your ass, but...
I didn't think I could win any other way.
Thank you. Well then, here goes. Your fate is in the cards.
Alright. Time to fight the Chad God himself. Wait, do we not know Yu's date of birth? I haven't been noticing. Do all these intro cards do not have their date of birth?
My attack. What? Would you mind waiting for a moment? Pardon me. Pardon me. My attack. You're frozen now. My attack. Persona. Pardon me. My attack. Is this one more time?
I'm sorry, Narukami. I'm sorry, Chad God. Sacrifices must be made to complete this story, and kicking your ass is one of them. I'm sorry, your Chad gods must be nullified for the moment. Forgive my digression. GG Nori. You almost got me though, Jesus. I didn't notice my health bar until now. Oh, sup Galactic Corgi, how you doing? As you can see, we're 11 scenes into Elizabeth's nonsense right now.
She's so strong.
Oh, we're playing this music.
I see. You do indeed have great power.
That's bullshit. He didn't use Hasatobi like I would have. Elizabeth bullying the wild cards as usual. Yeah. At least it wasn't as much bullshit as her actual fight where you have to adhere by her 20 bajillion rules. Or she hits you with a 9,999 Megidolon. Even while saying so, I'm conflicted, and my expression clouds. It's true that he was strong. He expertly wields the power of the wild card. But thinking about it, that isn't what I wanted to learn. The power of the wild cards doesn't stem from just one skill in a fight. It stems from family. His strength comes from his knowledge that he cannot avoid fighting to gain his desire. The strength happens to manifest as as power in battle. But what I want to learn has little to do with combat. Will I ever get closer to the root of the matter with this method? But even if I can't, I don't see any other way. I have measured all types of strength, great and small, as one who governs power. I feel suddenly anxious.
Could it be that it's something I cannot understand?
Will I ever be able to understand as one distance from the workings of human society? Has it been impossible from the start of my wish to be fulfilled? Or for my wish to be fulfilled? I then noticed the sound of footsteps.
Hey, are you okay?
Broske!
Oh shit, dude, what happened to you?
Yukon, are you alright?
Oh my god, is Elizabeth gonna learn the power of friendship?
Senpai, hang in there.
It seems that once the shadow who created this place was vanquished, the rules keeping everyone trapped here were nullified. These must be the friends he formed bonds with. But...
Yo! Did you do this? What did you do to
Kick her
Senpai?
ass! Kick her ass, Kanji! She did this. Now, no forgiveness. One of them turns his fierce gaze... gaze? I guess that works. Gaze on me.
You're so mean, miss! This is going too far!
Shut the fuck up, Teddy. I hate you.
Who are you anyway? You better explain yourself!
Elizabeth learns the power of bullying teenagers. That's the basis for friendship, okay? You can't blame her.
If you did this with malign intent, we won't let you leave here so easily.
It's going too far? Which button was it?
You say the dumbest shit.
There you go. Have some baby, Adachi baby. Their anger at seeing their friend hurt. That was a new experience for me, really? Their bond gave birth to anger, grew into animosity, and that fury is now directed towards me. The young man stands up.
One more time.
Goddamn. He's kinky. Jesus. He's into S&M. Get out the whips, Elizabeth. He requests this even though he is badly wounded. A rematch would seem to have only one possible outcome. I don't know, bro. Maybe if Yu brings out Yoshitsune and he does Hasatobi, then you'll learn.
What?
Please, that is enough. I've already witnessed your strength.
If this ends with my defeat, it doesn't count as me showing you my potential.
But
You shouldn't jump to conclusions. I thought I said this once today. What's important is that you don't give up after one try. You have to hang in there.
The power of persistence. The power of the Chad God. Truly a power to be feared.
My friends that
by
I haven't
enemies.
seen in a while are all here. I can't just wave the white flag.
The moment the young man makes his declaration, a mysterious presence fills the area.
Edna.
What's the presence? Is it Persona? The presence surges with power and creates a whirlpool of light around him. Within that light, the young man's determination and drive instantly rekindle.
Is that power?
Ah. Oh, that's interesting. That's the first time I've ever seen that in a Persona game. Like, actually physically represented. Is it the wild card he holds? I then notice that the young man's friends are standing behind him in support, all of them fixing their gazes on me as I stand perplexed. You don't have the Velvet Room Compendium on him right now? Bullshit, bro. I swear to God, I had him equipped with 11 good personas, okay? At the end of Persona 4 Golden. That's bullshit. Okay, all of them fixing their gazes on me as I stand perplexed. The bonds that they share in their very core is echoed in their eyes. I suddenly feel as if I am confronting a fearsome giant.
I cannot believe I am seeing this.
She learns the power of friendship. I find myself starting to back off. My footsteps are unsteady as I go. A small dip in the floor behind me, no larger than a fingernail, throws me off balance. Surely I'm about to fall. But then, unseen arms catch me.
Are you all right?
Fuck, I thought Chad God was gonna Chad. Get out of here, I guess. You ruined the moment. You ruined a good opportunity for fan service. Okay? In contrast to my utter bewilderment, she wears a calm smile. When I turn back to the young man, the surge of power has already dissipated. I catch myself sighing in relief. Even when I view my long memory, I can recall no occasion on which I had felt so overwhelmed before.
What was that just now? Do you happen to know what this power is?
I mean, I guess it's also the wild card. Not anymore. She was only the wild card for that specific segment where she had Metis as her shadow out and about. I don't think she's the wild card anymore. But she was a wild card, I'll give you that. But she's not Chad. She's not Chad God Yunarukami, so it's different. It's different. She's not the one true god of the Chad. It's not the same.
I do not know the specifics, but
I guess also turns her gaze towards you and his friends.
that must be the power of their bonds. The power that stems from not being alone.
It's the power of Vin Diesel. It's the power of family.
I don't know why, but I feel like I understand when I'm watching them.
The power of not being alone.
Family. It's a power they all share. Isn't it just his? Did they... Fuck, I'm coughing. Excuse me. Oh! Fuck, I'm dying. Help me. Did their strong bond turn his determination not to lose into an instant recovery from him? Jesus. I am suddenly reminded of that conversation I once had with my sister. If something is impossible for them to accomplish alone, they will work together. His friends have even worked miracles at times. Those were the words I spoke to her.
What's important is that you don't give up.
Elizabeth, girl, you gotta get you some friends. True. She only knows her brother and her sister. Truly a loner. No friends at all. She did have that one booty call with Dorkun, but that's about it. It's a cliche to hear, but its wisdom is profound. I dismissed his potential judging by my standards. I almost gave up in the same way, thinking that I would be unable to understand. But he refused to allow that. His power proves there is not only one standard. It is truly the strength found in numbers.
So this is a bond.
You can free Dorkun if you have enough friends. When I think about the guests I met who had formed bonds, I may have focused too much on those individuals. I never took much interest in who they bonded with or how those bonds were forged.
What I should be studying isn't just him, but all of them together. Not the strength of a person, but of people. That may be the lesson. It seems I am starting to find hope.
I nod in satisfaction.
Today's festivities made for quite a wonderful Grand Prix. Considering that there have been some gains, I should be going, if you'll all excuse me.
So what now? I turned to make my exit.
Huh? Wait a sec, you haven't explained yourself yet! You haven't even told us your name!
Don't even bother, bro.
It's Elizabeth!
Okay.
Hey! Get back here! What are you all happy for?
She found out the power of friendship. She might be able to free her
Who was
husbando
she?
soon. She's happy.
Well, the odds are low that she was the mastermind behind this case.
Enough about her. Senpai's more important. We'll get you out of here in no time, so hang in there, Senpai.
It's Elizabeth Gaming. True
Teddy,
and
get a
based.
stretcher ready.
Huh?
Just use Dia. One of you has diorama. Come on.
What are you standing around for? Move!
Guys, I'm not exactly critically injured, you know?
I think it's wonderful.
You're...
Seeing you surrounded by friends reminds me of a certain someone.
I know. We're made from the same cloth of protagonists.
a certain someone?
There is no need to worry, everyone. His wounds are not serious. He is merely exhausted.
Yukiko, girl, you got some healing stuff. It's okay. Yeah, you should have salvation. You should be level 99 right about now, okay? I got used to level 99 in Persona 4. Do good. Use your skills. A certain someone, yeah, he died. Well, they should have revival beamed it. They should have revival beamed him. They failed to revival beat him in time. It's their fault that he died. GG no Ri, Dorkun. Your friends suck.
Oh, thank goodness.
Couldn't even use Recarm.
Wait,
Too late.
who are you?
They didn't have their personas at that point. They could have used the revival bead. So bad, too bad, so sad. I could have left by a shorter route, but I returned to the school's front gate and looked back at the school. The faces of the people I parted with a moment ago are called to mind. Amongst them is that young man's face. I only faced him briefly, yet I recall him with surprising
I'm
vividness.
sure that he will continue to increase his strength of heart. It is a given with so many friends. I am a little bit envious.
Who's Elizabeth gonna make friends, though, with? Like, she's a weird Velvet resident. So it's not like she's just walking around Japan, although I guess she can, and make random friends or whatever. Who's gonna want to hang out with her weird ass, though? That's like an even fairer point. How's she gonna make friends? I don't think she's ever gonna make friends. Unless it's more Persona protagonists. Why would they carry a revival bead on them? They forgot about Tartarus? Nah. I always am prepared 100% for everything. I had them buy every single item in existence, alright? They should have revival beads on them. Be friends with their siblings? That's not friends, that's siblings. I turn the pages of the compendium and draw a magic circle in the air.
Well then, farewell.
That's like the loner version of friends. I soundlessly pass through it and leave as if melting into the scenery. I close my eyes and my thoughts drift to the past. Is it the booty call?
Elizabeth?
Oh my god! We're getting some backstory between what happened between Margaret and Elizabeth? I've been looking forward to this so much. I was so curious what happened between them because of Persona Q. What Margaret said to Elizabeth. Fucking finally.
Elizabeth, are you listening? You seem lost in thought like that frequently of late.
So if Elizabeth didn't leave, would you have had 2 Velvet Room attendants? Would Margaret and Elizabeth both be doing their duties? Because that would have been interesting.
Could this mean that you finally began to be troubled over things, like a normal person?
How scathing of you, as usual.
Believe me, sister, I am not as bad as you.
Based.
What's the matter?
He still has 2 technically? Oh, you mean Igor?
My dear sister, I want to tell you a fairy tale.
What's this about?
In our world, at the far reaches of the Sea of the Soul,
Marie.
there stands
True.
a large door.
I forgot about her.
A soul which devoted itself to sealing that door slumbers there.
Why did it do such a thing?
That soul is risking itself to prevent those who have lost sight of life's brilliance from luring the world to self-destruction. It has become the guardian of the door, of the whole world, in fact.
That is a very sorrowful story.
My dear sister, do you think I can save that person?
I thought it was a fairy tale.
It may be impossible alone, but what if I joined forces to do it? This person's friends are capable of miracles at times.
This person you speak of, is it...
Cat Dog is attacking him right now. He's impervious to all the dog, though. He's got that dog in him.
I hope you're not planning to...
Oh, don't be silly, my dear sister. I told you, it was only a fairy tale.
Oh. And then she ran away. And I guess that's why Margaret asked her how she was doing and what she was doing at the beginning of Persona Q.
To a certain degree, all of your stories are like fairy tales. I don't know what's troubling you, but be sure that you don't neglect your duties.
Well, I'm in the future and she does neglect her duties, so that didn't work. Interesting. Okay. When I open my eyes again, I'm in the Sea of the Soul, a world where countless bright lights shine like a nebula.
Velvet, oh velvet.
My master has a long nose. Keep singing the fucking song, Elizabeth. I begin singing a song, but now that I am here again, I feel a hint of loneliness. I smile inwardly at myself. Oh shit, I didn't realize I have not been using the backlog button that much. I accidentally pressed it. Jump scared myself. What happened today was very fruitful for me, though it came with a certain realization. I still don't have anyone in this world outside the Velvet Room that I wish to form a bond with. My lack of hunger for such things may have prevented me from understanding.
No, that's not quite right.
Velvet Song is a banger, true, very based. Lack of hunger? That's not it. In truth, it was within my power, but I was turning my gaze away from it. After all, I didn't begin this journey only to find the means to defeat that monster. I thought by defeating it I could see him again.
To think I was unconsciously afraid of something and keeping my distance from it.
Wait, I'm sorry, did she just imply she could forever get rid of that doggo? Oh no, she's saying she don't have friends. Whoops.
That is quite a surprise.
She's a loner. The mechanical girl, the young man today, and my old guests all had their own desires and resolve from the start. I should make myself just as resolved if I am to achieve my desires as well. I will face it unblinkingly and accept it. I will admit that the loneliness in me arose from leaving my old residence. The sick feeling of loneliness will surely torment me and cause me grief forever. But if I harden my resolve to allow for embracing the pain, I'm certain that my yearning heart will yield to great power. Bonds, the other half of being alive along with death. Just as death gives life its shine, I'm sure loneliness will shed new light on that question of bonds. That is when I will obtain the power of bonds in the truest sense. Certainly I will not achieve the miracle alone. Wait, your goal is to be lonely, and being extremely lonely is gonna give you the insight on the power of not being lonely? How does that work? I'm confused.
Though I cannot defeat that monster now, I may in time gain the power to truly erase it.
You just don't want to make friends like a normal person, Elizabeth. He must have felt that hunger as well. That is why he tried to protect his bonds with his life, leading him into the universe. I smiled to myself again. As one who leads others, I have only now gained enlightenment about the true meaning of bonds. Go bully cat dog? She already did. She killed it. It's gonna come back in 1 year. And at that moment... Oh. A single car drifts down before my eyes.
Oh.
Hovering before me like a butterfly fluttering its wings is the card of the Fool. It bursts into pearls of light on my hand.
To think the day would come where I would behold my own arcana and not that of a visitor's.
Oh. The Fool. It represents the freedom, purity, and possibility.
And the beginning of a journey.
Oh, so, okay, interesting.
It may be that my journey has finally truly begun.
What are you gonna do? Just, like, beat stuff up? Like, what? I don't get it.
The Fool. Well, I am aware that I still do foolish things.
I give a wry smile and look up. My gaze is fixed on what lies ahead. Elizabeth, Margaret is gonna be pissed that you're letting her do all the work. So, like, when you go back, she's gonna punch the hell out of you, bro. She's gotta find herself some social links. My god, I don't know who's gonna want to be friends with Elizabeth. It's an enormous door that looms like a small mountain in the center of the void.
Please wait for me. One day I shall surely see my wish come true.
Why do I feel like this is never gonna be, like, expanded upon ever again? This is just gonna be him. Dorkun is perpetually gonna just be there, and Elizabeth is never gonna find a way to free him. I briskly turn on my heel away from the door. My walk begins.
Velvet, oh velvet.
You're gonna finish the song this time? My bright song will no longer have mournful undertones.
My master has a large nose.
Hell yeah. I have yet to determine a sure path. There's no assurance that my wish will come true. And whether I will truly make some sort of connection with those I encountered today isn't certain either. But I have hope now, and that is what lets me go on. This time I can head towards the future I desire without losing my way. You go, weird woman. It depends on what they do in the future? Okay, well, I guess that hasn't been resolved yet. Okay, so... That's all the ones I want to do for this, I guess. What's the difference between clear and yellow and clear and red? I'm assuming this means that they're all in the same timeline or whatever? Or these are all canon? I did all the canon ones. So I guess next time we'll be... It's because it's you? Okay. I don't know if you're fucking with me or if that's true. But I guess next time we'll start with the actual story of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Have no idea how this is going to start, because we're going to go from this to this. I'm assuming this is going to pick up right after the investigation team starts up again, after Mitsuru tells them to stop investigating or whatever. So we'll do that. I don't know what that is in the middle. I guess we'll see. Maybe it unlocks after I finish P4 story, and that's going to be like episode P3 or something. Who knows? But for now, thanks to everybody for dropping by. Thank you for dropping by, Galactic Corgi. Arena Ultimax is a lot better. I've heard that, yeah. I don't know why they decided to do the story for Persona Arena like that. It's so fucking stupid and unintuitive. Confused the ever-living shit out of me. I had to Google how to play the story, and I doubt many people would even give a singular fuck about doing it the right way. So, anyways, thanks for dropping by. I am about to take a piss, and I'm about to sleep. So, I'll see you next time, Galactic Corgi and everybody else. Master Gamer out, baby. Bye.